All right, so this is slowed down quite a bit, so I can easily explain this. It's not that difficult, but keep in mind the Udyr's movements and the lizard's movements. So I go in not suspecting that the Udyr is there waiting to attack me, but I had a feeling he might. So I drag the lizard after I get the smaller lizard and into the bushes. He comes out and scares me. However, I go back into the bush because I don't want him to have the red. I re-aggro the lizard and I try to disengage it. However, the fact that it went back into the bush gave me the idea that Udyr might still be around or in the proximity. So I had the idea that he looped behind. So now, as a result, I had thought either he ran away, like after he realized the lizard wasn't coming, or that he was hanging around. I went back to try to get red, and this is where the confrontation happens. I might steal my own red from him. Well, contest it, take it, and now he's at a massive disadvantage. Even if Twisted Fate hadn't shown up, he would have still died. Anyways, now I get to explain the situation all over again, and this time there is no fog of war. So this is a trick you can do. I mean, everybody knows this already. You can aggro the red to yourself. I mean, the red aggros to whatever it is closest to. So if you want to keep the enemy jungler from dragging it away in an attempt to steal, you go real close to it and take it from him. There is also another little thing you can do to it. If you want to succeed in a duel, you let the enemy jungler take a few hits from the lizard. In this case, I let him take two, and then I popped back in knowing he wasn't going to be able to steal it. And here's another little example from Rammus. It's just manipulating the lizard. The Jarvan tried to invade me, and I put him in between myself and the lizard, while the lizard got to deal a bit of damage to him. And that allowed me to secure the red for myself. Like, the Jarvan was quite beat up, and he had to use a few potions to recover the damage that the lizard did. And it pretty much allowed him to, forced him to run away from the duel he and I had. And I was able to pick up the first blood. Anyways, and a better explanation of what happened there is it's a lizard manipulation. You can use a lizard to give you information on what's going on. The lizard went back into the bush a little bit. That made me think, oh, the Udyr's around here somewhere. So I went back closer to pick it up, but it re-aggroed to me a lot sooner than I thought. That gave me an idea that either Udyr was gone or he went all the way to the side bush or whatever that is, the bottom bush in the lizard camp. After that, I simply let Udyr take a bit of damage from the red, then re-engaged him before I knew he would have dealt enough damage to be able to smite it. It could have gone either way. If he was better at smiting than me, then he would have had it and I probably would have died. I think Twisted Fate would have picked up the kill regardless. Still, lizard tricks, getting it to do your dirty work. That's kind of the gist of this. And that kind of little footsies you do with the lizard is important. So keep that in mind next time you get invaded.